in-game economy become more successful than your entire country?
I don't know how.
I'm just saying.
how does that?
Oh, I thought it was a riddle.
People could not afford toilet paper. You literally couldn't afford to go take a dump.
People were eating dogs, dude. They were eating their dogs because they didn't have any.
Some people call that financial decline. Some people call that culture.
Wasn't that
it was because of the culture.
Wasn't that the same? Weren't they the ones that they were literally taking like wheelbarrows full of their money and like just dumping it, and then they were getting like, or was that Greece? And they were getting like a loaf of bread, and you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember?
That might have been Greece because
that sounds like
I remember that was when I was really into like war photography and like third world country photography,
Yeah,
and there's like. It was when I was in photography class.
I think it wasn't that
but
long
they're
ago
like
that happened.
they're like in the gates, like trying to get a loaf of bread, and like you guys got their faces.
That was back when it like collapsed, when
Right.
Greece like was freaking out.
Right.
Well, Greece has always kind of had an issue with their.
I forgot what I was going to say. I just had a thought.
That's
Did
like
she text you something else?
No, she just said, "You bet" for her.
Right. Well, I got a pimple on my back. I got two of them right next to each other.
Oh, yum. Sorry.
You want to pop it on the air?
Well, huh?
You want to pop them on the air?
that's the ASMR
I'm
for
good.
the episode.
Gross.
Dude, so
No, the ASMR is eating a
Nate Diaz
McGriddle.
won his fight. I just saw on Barstool
he did?
Sports.
Of course he did.
Let's go, Nate.
Here's his quote. The reason I took off 3 years was because everyone sucked.
Okay, all right,
Dude,
Nate.
I swear, this guy lands one punch, and he's like...
He's scary.
Can we talk about Dante Wilder's quote after he...
What'd he say?
Let me pull it up, dude. It's scary. It is actually scary.
I can't remember. Dude, I think it was after the fight that he beat Conor McGregor, and he got on the mic, and he was like, basically saying, like, I don't care that my brother did,
This is Candace Owens, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Nate Diaz was basically like, I don't care that my older brother did all these drugs that are illegal in every way, both by UFC and government standards. I think he should be allowed to fight.
Yeah.
It's BS. And Joe Rogan, or whoever was the host, was like,
Yeah.
all right, good job on the fight, Nate. And he goes, I mean it. Let him back in. And it was like, that's the platform.
I'm trying to find it. I thought I had it. Maybe I got it taken down. I don't know. We're going to find this. We are going to find this. Here's Jalen Hurts squatting a lot.
Oh, that's a squat, too. That's a squat. Holy cow. That's below parallel, bro. How much was that?
I don't know, man. It's probably like 500, 600 pounds.
That's just disgusting. I hate that quarterbacks are like that.
Oh, quarterback's not like that. It's just him.
Well, I don't know. There's some pretty dang strong quarterbacks. Like, do you remember when Tim Tebow was saying that he used to work out with the linemen?
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. He was like,
Here it is.
I just want to get my work in.
Hey, Dominique Brazil asked for this. I didn't go seek him, he seeked me. So if it comes, it comes. This is a brutal sport. This is not a gentleman's sport. I keep saying this is not a gentleman's sport. We don't ask to hit each other in the face, but we does anyway. And if you ask any doctor around the world, he'll tell you the head is not meant to be hit. Anybody can go. And on this particular time, we have bad blood against each other. This is the only sport where you can kill a man and get paid for it at the same time. It's legal. So why not use my right to do so?
The little head twitch, he was like, oh, that sounded good.
He
psychotic.
killed him?
No, he
No.
knocked him out.
Oh, okay.
That was right after he beat. Who did he fight? I forgot who he fought.
Was that who was that? I'm not familiar with him.
That's Deontay Wilder. He's a boxer.
Boxer, okay.
Yeah. He's a beast.
I don't
He's
even
a
want to.
brute.
I would never want to fight a guy like that. That's
He
scary,
is a
dude.
brute,
That's scary.
dude.
That is a good quote, though. That's scary.
It's only fight when you get
Exercise
paid.
my right to do so.
Dude, that's like right before. That's like every antagonist in a Purge movie, right before the countdown goes.
Right.
When they like initially run into the protagonist before the Purge.
Yeah.
Hey, so do y'all remember the big pygmy came to speak at chapel?
Yes.
This guy?
Yes.
He was on with Joe Rogan.
Oh
Is
yeah.
he
He's
really?
like- yeah, he's on a lot with him.
And he's a Christian, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Didn't
Didn't he like take the winnings from his fight and go help the?
Yeah, so Joe plugs the Fight for the Forgotten Foundation, which
Okay.
is what he did. He plugs
Yeah.
it all the time,
Really?
which is cool.
That's super
It's
cool.
really cool. But
Super cool, but Joe.
oh yeah, dude, he's a beast.
That's insane, though. That guy, another guy I would never want to even dream of fighting.
even
Could
close.
you imagine?
Not
That
even
dude,
close.
that dude walks up to you on the street, I'd be like, here's my mom, slap her please, because I don't want to fight you. I'm kidding. I don't want
You said you saw
No.
the new Tarantino movie, right?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
Oh, sure, I thought you would have seen it.
I want to see it, dude.
Once Upon a Time
Once
in
Upon
Hollywood.
a Hollywood, yeah.
I went into
Oh,
it
I've
not
heard
knowing what it was about. Like, not knowing any
Is that the
details
one
of the
with
story.
Leonardo
people,
DiCaprio?
yeah.
I've heard it's okay. I haven't heard
I've heard
great
a lot of
reviews.
mixed reviews, to be honest. A lot of people don't understand like
What
the point.
happened?
Yeah, there's really no point to it. It's just a story of historical events.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
This happened.
I mean,
He-
it
he has a
covers
very
Manson.
interesting-
Exactly.
I haven't really seen a lot of his work, but I
he's
watched
one of my
Inglourious-
favorite directors.
Yeah, I
I
just
watched
remember.
Inglourious Bastards last night,
I just remember.
and
not
that's a
knowing
very,
anything.
very interesting filming style.
That's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
like what's interesting to me is like I kind of like how it's broken down into the chapter kind of concept,
Yeah.
and then I also think it's interesting like how like in the beginning scene when the Nazi, is he a colonel? I don't know,
I don't
but he comes into the house and he's trying to find the Jews and he
Oh
ends up-
no,
anyways,
he's like head of security.
okay, so he comes in.
The Jules Hunter.
Yeah, he comes in and he's talking to, or I think he's a major, but he comes in and he's talking to this guy, and it's just very interesting because the whole scene is like really kind of eerie and you can
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
it, and then it's
Yeah.
just like super like all of a sudden it just like the whole movie is like that though. Like all of a sudden you don't get what's going on, you don't really get the point, and then all of a sudden it's just boom, here's the point, and it's like, whoa, okay,
Kill him out.
but it's good. I like it. It's a very interesting style.
I think the new Quentin Tarantino movie he found a way to make Brad Pitt doing anything somehow like invested. Like, dude, he made Kraft mac and cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sitting up in the car like because I went to a drive.
I want some craft now.
That was a fun experience. That was my first time going to a drive-in theater.
Oh yeah.
I was watching a Quentin Tarantino movie. You know, it's always kind of like a throwback watching it. So
Tarantino-esque. Yeah.
I just remember though, like part of the way through, I went, dude, he's like Brad Pitt's like fixing like the radio tap because they still have the antennas. And I'm like, is that Charles Manson?
no.
And he's like, peace out, brother. And I'm, there's a guy on the Bachelor in Paradise. I know I'm like the only one that keeps up with it. He's doing well, and it scares me because
Wait, Tarantino's in Bachelor in
no.
Paradise?
That Charles Manson cult vibe just
Oh.
led to this.
Yeah.
So I think his name's like Dean or something. He's got like long flow back. It's like greasy hair, and then like that old like mustache
Ew.
that like every dad had when you look back at the photos.
Yeah.
And he just lives out of a van and travels in like a old Volkswagen van.
I don't like
And
that.
he-
That's
Dude.
gross.
He is turning heads because he has this cult leader personality. Like he has these little names that he calls everyone like Lil Darlin', Young Gal, and then like you can earn a new nickname the more interest you get from him. Is like
Dude.
starting and he's just like it's this charm he has, and it's like the dude doesn't have a functioning shower, and like when he
Ugh.
walked in, everyone's like, well, "Who's that guy?"
Who smells bad?
No, dude. They're like, everyone's interested in him. At least for like at the start, they were.
What?
And then like he's got his favorite right now, and they went on a really successful date. And as far as bachelor standards go, in success, but I was like really looking at it because I was like, this is not a good look. How does anyone like attracted to him? He's living out of a van.
Yeah.
And then I started to hear him talk, and I was even starting to be like, I like this guy.
Cult leader, dude. Future cult
Telling
leader.
you what, that's how they all draw them in. It's not even necessarily that they're attractive or anything. It's just that they're, very like charismatic and
Charismatic,
very,
Mhm.
they're very manipulative and good at
Mhm.
winning people over somehow. So
Yeah, man. That's why you gotta keep a tight circle.
I'm telling you what,
Keep a tight circle, kids. Don't have too many friends.
Unless you want to be a cult leader, then.
Unless, yeah.
you know what they say.
If you want that for yourself,
I had
go for it,
I had
dude.
aspirations to do that.
I thought you were
when
gonna say
was-
you had
when I was-
Asperger's.
You know what they say. You
I
want to
had
make a lot of
Asperger's.
money. Start a religion.
It's true. Start a religion.
I had big aspirations to be a cult leader when I was like,
What are you?
I think like it was 5th grade.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
How'd that
work
go?
out?
Well, it was because one of my teachers told me I was like,
Oh, you're not kidding?
no, I'm not kidding.
Okay.
This is a real
This is
story
interesting.
about my life goals as a person when I was in 5th grade.
Right.
My teacher told me I was very charismatic and good for leadership, with that charisma. And then she made a joke to my parents. She was like, "You got a developing cult leader, don't you?"
And
You're
were
winning
like,
over
"What is
everyone in the
that?"
classroom. So I started looking into what's this cult, and I only saw I could only I remember I only processed the good parts.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, it's like being a pastor."
Right.
And so they'd ask, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I'd be like, "I want to start a cult."
Good.
And I could never figure out what people were like.
Excuse me.
Did Pink just say that? Did the Pink boy just say he wants to start a cult?
I started a cult in elementary school.
That's lit.
I'm not kidding.
Did you start looking into the tattoo, the swastika in between your eyebrows?
No, it wasn't gonna be that cult, dude.
Jeez.
It was gonna be a doomsday cult because I also started watching Doomsday Preppers as I got older,
That's good.
and I was like, I'm gonna go in the woods and get a bunker, and I'm just gonna survive.
So I started this cult in elementary school.
Okay.
And it was a bunch of girls that we
So
got
they
together.
normally start.
Yeah, we got together. It was my flower children.
Yeah.
We got together, and we would just talk about our dogs. That was literally the cult. But we were like a clique. We were like a group. And I had my guy friends, but I was the president of this thing, elected.
They weren't allowed in the.
I was
An
elected
elected president?
and they elected me president of this dog cult,
That's amazing.
by force.
and it was called the Puppy Clan or something.
The puppy clan.
The Puppy Clan, yeah.
Bro, you were in.
I was in, dog.
You're in, dude. That's good. I'm impressed. I'm happy for you.
Are you gonna be a prepper
How'd that cult go?
when you grow up?
Dude, Doomsday Preppers had such a big effect on me. I was like, dude, these guys aren't crazy. I want to be one of them.
I think there's a degree that they're not crazy.
And then
Some of them get a little insane.
And then I got I grew out of it and got more focused on school and stuff. Then what was it? Far Cry 4 I think came out. Far Cry 4 came out and it reignited it, and I was like, oh, this is gonna happen. I gotta prep quick.
You seen video? Some people, they unfortunately they're Christians, nominally, okay. Which who am I to judge? Whatever, do your thing. But they're a little extreme, and they're preppers, but they'll go out and with their clan basically, and they'll go reenact Armageddon in their backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And their backyard's like a cornfield in Kansas.
Cool.
And they'll go out there in Humvees that they bought, and they have live ammunition locked and loaded, and they're just out there basically reenacting Armageddon, dude.
There's a militia, dude, and they're like that.
It's okay, I'm all for being prepared, stockpiling weapons. Not crazy. I'm not saying you should put a tank in your backyard.
That's illegal too.
Yeah, I'm all for stockpiling water, making sure you have enough non-perishables, making sure you have supplies, tools, making preparations for enough energy. I'm all for that.
Right.
But don't reenact the Battle of Armageddon.
All right, here we go. It's
not your place.
I don't remember what it was called. It was the 3%er, and they're a militia. It's a 3%er militia. They have
So close.
dude. They have this It's their constitution, I guess what you call it.
Yeah.
If the government ever infringes on the Second Amendment or any of their rights that they decide they want to live
Oh
with,
dear.
they're going to war. We're taking out the government. There's a lot of people that are signed up with them. They got a lot of members.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
But no, they'll just go out in the
Government
boonies
clap
and
you, I'm telling you what.
they're training. They've got old veterans that are instructors for them.
Dude, if I was a crazy old veteran, I'm not saying they're all crazy and old, but if I myself was crazy and an old, if I was crazy, old, and a veteran,
skills.
yes, and I had nothing else to lose, I would totally join a cult.
Well, no, they're not a cult. They're a militia.
I would totally join that militia and just be
what
I
is
have
it?
nothing else to lose.
Vice has a documentary on them. Starts off with the dude's day job, and then he's like, all right, now we go to my fun job on the weekends.
Yeah,
And he's
I think I've seen that
He's
actually.
instructing him. Dude, the funniest part is that this dude's way out of shape, and he's teaching him all these tactical moves. I'm like, I want to see you do it.
Yeah.
Have you seen one of the most like twisted Vice